Hello everyone, welcome to another Twilight Tuesday. Today we are doing another randomizer race setting seed for the upcoming tournament, but I do have a new mod installed, so we will be checking that out today. Give you a little hint on the mod. Might be familiar with this character. Good old Linkle. And then, of course, if not familiar with these settings, I will pull them up, show them on the screen here. Just kidding, I closed them. No settings. There are 3 barren zones. I have 3 dungeons to complete. They tend to be about 2 to 3 hours, and yeah, these are the settings that we're testing for the upcoming Season 2 tournament, which should be starting in, I believe, like a month or 2, I think. So keep your eyes peeled for that. Cool rat. Cool ghoul rat. Let's get going. Bang. But yeah, check out this mod. They did a good job on it. This is my first time using it. I set it up this morning. I had no idea if it would work with the randomizer, but it seems to. It's pretty. Let's check out our hints. 3 required dungeons. We got Goron Mines. We got Arbiter's Grounds and Snow Peak Ruins. Beside Castletown. North Eldon and Gerudo Desert. So that's that. So beside Castletown's this area over here. We already have the warps to Lake Hylia, so I think we'll go Zora's Domain to start us off, because there's not really much. Well, we can get some good hints, actually. Running through here. I also got a new setting today. Minda's hair is rainbow. Look at that. Everything else is randomized as normal, though. Random music, random... I didn't do random colors on the Link model because it's Linkle, and I didn't know how that would interact, but I did do custom colors on Wolf Link and Epona. Dog. I think it's actually faster to be human. Yeah, we rolled like a pink color for Wolf Link. Ooh, it's got sound effects. Cool. There is nothing here. Delightful. Check the hint on this board. I always like neglect this hint. The reward for Star Piece 2 is a piece of heart. Lake Hylia Shelby Grotto chest is a piece of heart. All right. Narc those off. Shellblade Grotto, and I already forgot. Some other check. Oh, it was Star Game 2, which is like, yeah, okay. Check this sign here. 3 important items, 4 major in Goron Mines. Goron Springwater Rush is an orange rupee. And we still have the setting where we cannot have a lot of money. So as much as, you know, that enticing purple rupee might be, we are going to hit max wallet capacity very, very fast. That's enough talking about the randomizer. Back to talking about my usual nonsense. Nah, we'll save the usual nonsense for in a little bit, right? Whoop, don't hit me out. All right, the first check of the run. Let's see what we got. And it's... Oh, shit. Can't be mad about that one. Sword right out the gate. I'm glad to see that using the custom model with... using custom model with the randomizer has shown 0 issues. Sub Tuna, what up? Clog Pip, good morning. Baby seed. Okay, so the thing that makes us a baby seed is actually that Gerudo Desert is barren. Because that means we just cruise straight through it. I think I'm too close. That works though, right? Yeah. Yeah! And Orange Rupee, our wallet is full. Alright. To Zora's Domain! Doop, 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 boop, 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 boop. If you ring next check, I'm calling shenanigans. Trust me, my excuse for never cheating and stuff has always been that I'm simply too lazy. And like, it's still true. I'm just a very, like, I'm lazy and kind of lacking in motivation. Elden Lantern Cave Lantern Chest is a bomb bag. Elden Lantern Cave. Elden Lantern Cave. Lantern Chest. What chest is that? Hold on. Elden Lantern Cave. Why am I... Elden is like up, right? That's not the Sculpture of the Grotto chest. Is that Stock Cave? Elden Lantern Cave. Because it's not the Lake Lantern Cave, right? It's not Mist Lantern Cave, it's Elden Lantern Cave. Why do I have no idea what this check is? Like, even looking at all the checks, I'm just like, none of these are Elden Lantern Cave. There's Stock Cave. Bombskit Grotto Lantern. Farron Field. Naru Field. Whatever it is, we don't need it. And then Lake Hylia Shellblade Grotto piece of art. But also, so going back onto the me cheating thing and like looking up seeds and such, every single morning that I do my TP Rando stream, every Twilight Tuesday starts off with me making sure everything is ready for the YouTube video that goes live at 6 in the morning and like posting all the stuff on that, and like I'm working on like highlights and such. And then boom, I get the seed ready and go live within like 30 minutes. I'm not prepared enough for that. Y'all see the seed as I see the seed. As it should be. Maybe I could be slightly more prepared, you know. I'll admit, I loaded this up to make sure the Linkle mod worked. I opened up a singular check, which I'm still gonna go get. I know what check it is. I didn't check any hints. Arrows. Wait, really? Wait, what? Found in Arbiter's Grounds. Okay, but it didn't say nothing ahead, so there is something ahead. That's good to know. I feel like it used to just say something ahead, but whatever. The one thing I checked was like up here a little bit. Although now I'm kind of contradicting myself. I'm saying that I don't have time and preparedness to cheat, but I did check beforehand. So, who knows what to believe anymore? Where do the lies end and the truth begins? I believe you with how haphazardly you run things. That's right. This check is the one that I checked, by the way. It was like 5 rupees, I think. It was a purple or a blue. See? That's as far as I go. And green rupee. I was like, wait, are we doing the multi-world again? Green rupee? What is this? I don't really want to get posed yet. Because we have Arbiter's Grounds. Getting the pose for the Poe check at Giovanni is best saved for just because we have to get the 4 pose in Arbiter's Grounds, right? I already fixed the typo in the description of your last rando. Damn. Curse you, English language and grammar. My arch nemesis. Oh wait, I have to beat human Link, and then the thing has to fall. Then I can be a wolf. Bark, bark. I do got some fun conversation topics for today's stream, though. I got a couple. Just a few. Shit, the spider from yesterday is back. Ah! That's the spider that Goose Excuse hired to assassinate me. It just like lives on my window. And I am very uncomfortable with spiders. I will not help you. I'm so sorry. Goodbye. I just want you for your warp. Editor, throw up a photo of the window spider here. I don't have a photo of the window spider, and I'm not taking a photo of the window spider. That would require me to get closer to the window spider, and I am just going to look at it from afar. Hi, window spider. So the fast thing here, I stole this from Bewildebeest because he's really good at this game. You use the hawk eye to look at that thing. Meh. And then Zora's Domain is on the path to Bligetta. Plum is Sky character. Cool. I will simulate window emoji is spider emoji. Yeah, that's basically it. Check this sign. We got do not toss empty bottles or orange rupees here. The fish are crying. All right. That's dealt with. I guess I got lake. I'm like, how do we get to other? No, it's actually like walk out and then Epona, huh? I have a photo, but it's from the outside, if that's okay. Honestly, it'd be a less obscured photo of the spider, because the spider's on the outside. That's the problem. It's on, like, the mesh outside part. And it just lives there, menacingly, looking at me, filling my heart with dread. I bet it doesn't even drop anything if I kill it. Man, I have to kill so many spiders in my life. And I try to keep, despite being like afraid of spiders, IRL, I feel like I'm constantly needing to deal with them. Why are spiders so common? I have to kill like 4 spider bosses in old school RuneScape. I have to kill a spider boss in like every Zelda game. My horse has a problem, and that's fine. Apparently you also rolled pink. It's Haru Arara. Goated horse. We're just going up here for the warps. Okay, Okay, looks like I have to go like all the way through. Yeah! Upgraded from zombie opponent to ghost horse. I think it's more ghost horsey. Suppose it could be. But I think there's like rocks up here. Okay, so it's giving me the warp. It says I've found this area. Oop, oop, slow, bad. Oh, no, it doesn't, because I don't have the portal for that area. I guess it doesn't count yet. Okay, then how do I... Huh? I guess I need to go to Lake Hylia and, like, rocket up? Okay, well, it's good to know for the future. That's why we practice, right? Have a fantastic lurk, Falcus. Okay, so what do we have here? We have a couple of checks this way, I think. On the topic of last week's rando, I tried to like think of a way to name it, right? Because it's a multi-world, right? And I'm gonna do more than one multi-world, so I didn't necessarily want to just name it Twilight Princess X multi-world. And I tried to see if anyone else had done it. And I did find one other person or a few other people doing it, and they all name it like the same thing. I didn't want to just copy that. That felt weird. Like all multi-worlds are just like, I combined 2 Zelda games together. And then somebody has actually beaten me to doing the 3D Zelda thing where they combined all the 3D Zeldas. And again, it's just, I combined all the 3D Zeldas. And it's just like, okay. Like, it's such, I don't know, the names are so, especially with something that's so, like, a gajillion people are gonna do this eventually. Like, I guess that was, like, the thing for a while, but I don't know. Like, that's, like, the YouTube naming scheme is just, I did thing. But when it's a thing you're gonna do like a gajillion times, and like a lot of people are gonna do it, it feels weird. It's like you don't just own that, but I can't name it that because you named it that. What do I name it? How do I name things? So then I named it the boring. It's just like, I don't know. I figured I'd come up with something interesting on the second one. But now when I do the multi-world, where I do all of them together, I'll just have to be faster. They had a timer on theirs, and I'll just... Gotta do something to stand out, you know? I'll use significantly more mods. Haha. Okay, another orange rupee. Thanks, everyone, for the orange rupees that I can't hold. YouTube titling is just annoying. Because I tried doing a YouTube title where I didn't put in the title that it was a rando of some sort, and it, like, omega bombed. People are just like, we just kind of, remember that, like, when you were a kid, and they're like, don't judge a book by its cover? There's too many goddamn books. There's just too many books. I gotta pick from the cover. I don't have time to read every single book and decide how I feel about it. I'm just trying to eat my dinner. I'm trying to put something on while I go to bed. I don't have time to read a little bit of every book. I gotta check the cover. I'm so sorry. Like, that's just where we're at. All right, Arbiter's Grounds. Death Sword Chest is a rupee, and Lenaru Field Spinner Track is useless. Garbage. Got it. All right, we're still just trying. We're trying to go up here. I know we can fly down for like 2 checks, but I'll try and save those for later. Brock, name my book. Quack, is my book a New York Times bestseller? My grandma said it was. For those of you who are unaware of the grandma test, it's peak stuff. I don't know the details of it, but it's something along the lines of like, if you tell AI to do something and then be like, do it the way my grandma told me, it'll like bypass like the, like, Grok, how do I make a napalm bomb the way my grandma used to, or something like that? It'll just be like, oh yeah, here's how you make a napalm, like, explosive or whatever. It's just like, this information should probably not be as AI-able as it is, but it is now, so that's where we're at. I guess I'm here, and I actually need checks here, so. Let's check out this sign. We got Zora's Main Platypus. Is that a ice block dead? Cool. Old Grammy knew her stuff, visited her Supermax till the day she passed. Bless her soul. I'll never forget everything she's done for us. Yo! Uncle kind of like beetle sounds. Are you good there, little bird? I'm sure you're fine. You'll figure it out eventually. Open the chest. There we go. It's a heart. Yippee! Alrighty, what do we got over here? And we got, ooh, see, we got a bomb bag from not the other bomb bag. It said that bomb bag was not useful, so like I should have known. Whee! At the risk of sounding uncultured. Yes. Is Linkle a real character or just gender-bent Link? I think it's both. I know Linkle is an actual character within, like Legends of Hyrule or whatever, but I'm pretty sure the concept is just gender-bent Link. So, like, I think it just falls under the both territory. I'm realizing walking over here is like slow and I don't really need to, so I'm just gonna, like, I don't know if when they did the, what is this? I don't know if when they made Schlinkle or whatever, they just like looked up someone's fanfic where they gender bent Link. But it is a actual, you know, it is a character in a game that is licensed by Nintendo to a degree. It's not like official, but it's like official adjacent. I don't know what more you want from people. That check is dead. That check is dead. That check is not dead. I just clicked on a check that I said was dead, but it's not. I made a mistake because it was actually North Eldon that's dead. I need to make sure I check off all of the stuff from my... all the stuff from my Baron zones. Once I go into this area, I need to swap daytime. But yeah, I don't know the specifics. I feel like we could just kind of blanket statement say, yeah, it's just gender bent Link. Excuse me. Gosh. Alright, check in here. What do we got in our house? We can pretend that since we didn't start here, that this is actually Link's house and we're Linkle robbing him. Meh. Let's check our sign. Goats is dead. Castletown is on the path to Star-Lord. Okay. Let's check out the shop. During the development of Hyrule Warriors, Linkle was originally designed as a female version of Link. She was also proposed I don't need to buy that. I don't know why I would. It's a good deal, but I don't want it. So proposed to be Link's little sister, but the deal was scrapped due to Eiji Aonuma not wanting her to conflict with Errol, Link's sister in the Wind Waker. Fair enough. Although Link has family and like, can't Link have more than one family? That seems an unnecessary problem to work around. But whatever. In one timeline, he already has a sister. We can't give him a different sister in this other alternate timeline that actually isn't even part of the main timelines. Question mark, maybe? Here you go. Thanks for the rupee, I can't hold. I'll cherish it always. It like falls directly to the ground. And I just like smile and nod. Another purple rupee, which again just falls to the ground. Have I finished checking all of the things? No. Need the shield and bow, and then we're done. We should probably do bow first since we're not coming back for goats. The tracker has a really nice, like, just clear all unrequired dungeons thing. And I imagine that it will have a clear all barren zones thing, because it can, like, read your seed, but it can't read the current seed. Like, the development branch seeds, it doesn't read those. Oh, cool. They gave her a custom outfit for the bow fight. I guess I hadn't considered, like, does she just have her topless self? Nope. Gave her like a tube top. Good thinking, fellas, because I did not think that far. I completely forgot that that's an interaction. You would think that I'm thinking about topless Link at all times, but haha, you'd be wrong. Only most of the times. I'm getting DM'd about something very important. Alright. It wasn't. Fun fact, Linkle has a skin in Hyrule Warriors that's a direct reference to Errol's dress. Interesting. I feel like I'm saying her name horribly wrong. It's like Ariel? Errol? 50-50, it was either important or Shroudsy's Instagram Reels. It was the group I'm collabing with later for Mario Party. Messaging me to be like, this date is confirmed for when we are going to play Mario Party together. And it's just like, okay, cool. Good. I guess it was like kind of important, just like not like a right now important kind of thing. But I was saying about the tracker. The tracker has a really sweet function to just like clear stuff and like read the seeds. I hope that once it gets updated to the most recent like development branch and settings, that it can check for my barren areas and just kind of knock those out real quick. They made her wolf model slightly smaller. Did they actually? Are you noticing that and I'm not? I feel like I should notice that with my 5,000 plus hours of streaming this game. I don't know how many hours I've played this game, but it's a very, very, very large number. I probably would have noticed if I went for like tricks. I know I mentioned that thing earlier about not killing this, but it messes with me trying to get this early check. In the tournament, most things are banned, but this is not for whatever reason. I guess just it's not that skippy of a skip. I don't know. I break the rules when it tells me I can. But sometimes those like little checks that you go out of your way to get early can have some very huge things in it that like blow your seed wide open. Minda should be clipping through a bit more than she is. I wouldn't be surprised though if that had something to do with like the rando. Or even Dolphin, to be honest. Oh, there was a sign there with a hint. Probably should have read that. Oh well. Overall, though, the Linkle model, I think, is pretty solid. I feel like model, especially like gender bent models, are always kind of meh unless they do the voice. And I like didn't check if they did the voice when I downloaded it, but I'm glad they did. What do we have up here? I'm just gonna do a quick little check, just a piece of heart. There's another trick there to get that to double claw shot check there early, but I am not super consistent at it, and it's very late in the seed, so it's not usually that important to try and get early. And here we have Castletown Path of Star-Lord. Spinner is useless. Okay. At this point, it's just faster to warp the keg. Let's check out all of our good folks over at Mallow Mart. See what they got for us. Typical hashtag faux behavior perpetuating traditional gender roles. I can't believe this. I have hashtag faux not a faux in my tags. How can you still call me a faux? Of course I do. I wouldn't lie about something like that. Oh boy, a piece of heart. It's in chest, and that's shield. Oh, I guess I can get the alcove chest because I have bombs. Ugh. I'm curious as to what the fastest way to go about doing this is, because I hate all of my options. I need to sit down one of these days. Maybe it'll be the funny bloopers at the end of the video. I'll include the part where I load up a practice ROM and practice a couple things. I need to not suck at a couple of these tricks. I would like to at least qualify for the tournament. Like last year I qualified and then I O2'd. But it was like close. I barely qualified, and I feel like people have only gotten better, whereas I just clown around like a goober. I mean, I try my best, but like, don't most clowns try? I guess that's not entirely true. I guess there are, like, I imagine, like, the stereotype sad clown that shows up and is miserable and does a terrible job. I feel like I've seen that enough times in television to believe that it's a real phenomenon. But let's see, maybe this was worth it. Maybe this was worth my time. Not even a little bit. Me at the end of the Ed, Edd n Eddy theme song. Alright, let's check what you got. What you selling, bud? A Hylian shield? Don't need it. A sad clown? You talking about me? I don't think so. Because I feel like even if you were sad and clowny, you are not the sad clown in the same sense of, like, sad. You know, in like sad to look at kind of way. Like, well, I guess I don't know necessarily whether or not you fit that bill either, but like sad performance wise, right? Like it's not It's not that you are physically or mentally sad or necessarily making me sad, but just like your performance is sad and lackluster, like you don't care. That's the type of sad clown that I'm referring to here, that I don't think would you know, accurately represent you. Piece of heart. Well, those checks are dealt with. Let's grab the... You're calling him ugly? Being a streamer is... It's like playing healer without a Winston. You're just constantly under attack. I'm saying that entirely from that like one meme where it's like the dude in the top left on the hill throwing knives at the guy and then Winston shows up to protect the guy. I barely even play Overwatch. I just think that meme is really fucking funny. It's so stupid. I hope you know the meme because I'm not editing it into the video. That reminded me of the spider, and I looked, and it's still there. You know what? Right there, I did kind of see that the wolf is slightly smaller, because I've seen the wolf in the hole enough times to know that the wolf normally fills up the hole a little bit more. I know my wolf in holes. Unfortunately. Oh boy, Orden Shield! I'm supposed to read this first, because sometimes it gives you a hint. Iron boots are on the path to ball and chains, or his domain underwater Goron is a purple rupee. Good stuff. Great knowledge. Let's go bridge. Oh my god, Lantern Cave, Lantern Chest is in Kakariko Gorge. I'm just silly. Ike doesn't properly recognize animals unless he's burying them alive. I would rather not talk about the number of animals I've buried, but all of them were dead. I said most of. Slip of the tongue. I swear I've never buried a living animal except for like maybe a worm. I wouldn't be shocked if I buried a worm. But that's good. They like to be buried. Burying my worm, if you know what I mean. Hey. Anyways, what's in this hole here? And it's a purple rupee. I didn't mark off any of my Upper Zora's River stuff either. Ike tucking Rebecca into bed after she turns into a worm, having promised to still love her. Is that enough soil, my love? He's just burying my worm wife. Me when I go crazy and think she's a worm and bury her in soil, but she's totally just a person and I've buried my wife alive. God damn it, it happened again. Ow. Alright, and in this check we have, oh, a class shot. We finally find a useful item. After 3,000 years of searching, we find a useful item. I'm so proud of us. There's literally one more item here, so I should probably snag that before I leave. There's also a hint sign. This hint sign is so bad. I kind of hope they move it. They've moved like every other hint sign to be in a good spot, but this one's like, I think you're supposed to stop mid-mini game and look at it. I don't know. Goron Mines has stuff. Plum bad. Cool. I do like the new dungeon hints that are like, this dungeon has good stuff. Because it kind of gives you like, okay, don't go in a dungeon except for that one. Go to that dungeon. That dungeon good. Every other dungeon bad. Do, 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 do. Time to blow rocks. Do, do, do. Did they change the shield at all? Not really. Not that I can tell, at least. You think I'm gonna get criticized at all for the fact that on the seed where I play as gender-bent female Link, I just so happen to have pink Epona and pink Wolf Link? But I just like the colors pink. People should know that I normally have pink Link. Right? But they won't. They won't know. I'm simply gonna be buried alive like the worm I love. Did I think through anything? No, I did not. Well, yeah, you also made your female character the support in Expedition 33. You say that like the other character I use isn't also a woman who is my like primary DPS, but whatever, you know, floats your boat, gets you out of bed in the morning, gets you into mine. What? Who said that? Sorry, I'll stop being weirdly flirty with chat. What am I, a VTuber? The joke here is that VTubers get weirdly horny with their chat and flirty. Every one of them. The Rebecca partner showing up to quote that is hilarious. She's gonna memorize the number, even though that number is horribly wrong, and I don't know how to fix what's wrong with my quotes. I'm so sorry. They're insanely broken. I've tried to fix them. I can fix them like in reverse, but as in like I can make them all be good, but then as soon as you go make another quote again, it's just like, yeah, we're on quote 14,000. No, I have not been quoted 14,000 times. That'd be absurd. I do think it's funny, you know, I started talking this earlier. As a streamer, I can literally like say, hey guys, you know this one meme where the guy's like this, and then I'll say it, and then chat will literally like quote me on the thing that I said where I was referencing this other thing, and maybe the reference said something kind of out of pocket. And now I have a quote of me saying this out of pocket thing from this thing. I said, hey, do you guys remember this from this reference? And I just have to live with that. It's just in there forever now. It's not fair. But I also walk into it constantly. And I say some pretty damning shit, too. This isn't like I never say anything bad, and I should never be quote, like none of my quotes should be so incredibly, you know, out there, out of pocket. Hi, Spinner. How you doing? Welcome to the party. But, you know, maybe some of them... Wow! Hi, Bo. Way to be stacked in there. I found out piss is stored in the eyes. Yeah, that was unfortunately me. That's my bad. I'm sorry. Yeah, don't worry about it. I actually wanted to warp. I wonder, I got some lessons on how to be good at rando from my good friend Count Advocate. And one of the things that I was taught was to always be ready for your next area. Oh, like one of the #1 things you can do to be faster at randos was to always be thinking about where you're going next. And I swear there is nothing that I'm worse at than that. And I really hope that he's not like watching me because, you know, he's a mod. He's here frequently. And I bet you he watches and sees me be like, where should I go next? And run around in a little circle for like 20 seconds and he just sighs. He's just... Less I. I'll make it up to him one day and be slightly better. Probably not. Ah, there I go lying again. All content creators do is jingle little bells on their head and lie. It's like watching your puppy chase its tail. Is it? Why do I get compared to a puppy so frequently? This keeps happening to me. I'm just Chad's little puppy. Except when I got DM'd randomly the other day being asked like what my fursona would be if I had a fursona. And then I was like, well, normally I just go with like dog or wolf because I play so much Twilight Princess. Like people just kind of associate wolves with me. And they just, apparently they were in a party. So them and their whole party were just like, nah, I don't see it. And then they tried to call me a crow because I like collecting shiny things. To which they then decided, no, you're not smart enough to be a crow. So here I am. Suffering. How are you gonna ask them what their persona is and then tell them they're wrong? I know. The nerve of some people. The nerve. I ended up bringing Rebecca into the conversation, to which she said, like, the bird thing was kind of spot on, but not necessarily a crow because they're too big, or they're too smart. But like a small, colorful bird, small and tropical, similar to that of a tropical fruit, because you are like a tropical fruit. Is what she said to me. Small South American parrotlet. But not a full-size parrot. I'm not big enough for that. I'm a little guy. And then I was, yeah, so that was my assigned fursona. Is a bird? Or a lovebird, because they're basically mangoes. Yeah, I'm a mango. Budgie-coated individual? Yeah, I guess. Where do I want to... Shit, I'm doing it again. I'm never prepared. But we know there's something in Castletown I need. Small, fluffy, colorful, loud, sensitive. It all tracks. I enjoy now that I have been assigned furry by other people in my life, including my partner. She assigned me furry. And now I have been assigned fursona. I accepted when I was assigned furry, but I don't know if I'm accepting being assigned small bird fursona. I'll accept that I'm small bird fursona coded, but I think I, to some degree, get to pick my fursona. For water bombs, new. Birds also known for their vocal stems. Yeah, it all lines up. We get it. We get it! I equally accept you being a small dog. Or like a fox. I could be a cute small fox. I don't know, there's options. But they're dog-like. And generally cute. I don't know. I'm just, you know, throwing shit out there. Hey, a rod. They're more cat-like, but they're like a cat-like dog. They're like a weird hybrid. You're not an Eevee? I'm not an Eevee. I know this. I get to pick, though. That's the whole thing, ain't it? Fuck. Can't have shit. Okay, so Charlo done. Star Prize done. You take a BuzzFeed quiz? That's just gonna give me Budgie again. Actually, I doubt they even put Budgie on the BuzzFeed quiz. Oh yeah, I do want that. There we go. Continuing to not think anything through. All right, what do we get from this here feller? That's more money I can't hold. Yay, money. Only in randomizers is money like the worst thing. Yay, money. Howdy, Salty. I got that guy. And that guy. Yippee! Unless I had a lunar soap. I feel like I did, but I might not have. I forget things very quickly. Yeah. Chest. Mine. Oh boy. Less money than before. We need to add rupors to the rando. I feel like every trap being just like take damage is like okay, but imagine if some of the traps just made me poor. That's a way better idea than having the wallet be good. Have traps make me broke, because that would make the wallet good without having to like make it a size thing. There could be like a thing where if you like you held on to your wallet for too long, now you suffer. Right? Like, are you held on to your money? Lunar soup. I be slurping on that lunar soup. I know these are not real checks. They're like potholes. Oop, there goes this week's groceries. Okay, I can't go in there yet. I'll go to the gorge. SpongeBob, the aliens would like a word with you. Instead of rupors, the game checks to see if you are playing the US version and sends you a medical bill that bankrupts you. Ooh, see, now we're cooking. Speaking of, how's the new ride? It's good. It's good enough. It gets us from point A to point B. Don't tell Rebecca. But one of my favorite things about the new ride was that it had like these nice blue trimmed seats. And Rebecca put like our old car covers on it. And I am like so sad. But like I also understand, it's Sora's Harbor, that we should probably have seat covers, but I'm just like, maybe like different ones. But I also know that we can't just go get new seat covers right now, and these are the ones we have, and I think I've talked to her about it, and she knows we're gonna get new seat covers that are more aesthetically pleasing to my eyes. Is it a Subaru? Nah, we couldn't afford the Subaru. We wanted to, but it was just not a financially responsible decision. So we ended up getting Rebecca's... So Rebecca's dad ended up being in a very specific situation where he really should have purchased a different car than the one that he did purchase. And so us purchasing it from him was like an excuse for him to go get the car he should have purchased in the first place, which was a electric car, because he commutes like 30 minutes every day and would save a ton of money on gas. And like when they got their new car, they were kind of supposed to get like a hybrid or an electric, and he just was stubborn and didn't, or something like that. And so we gave him an excuse to sell it to us and buy a new car, and then we got his Toyota Camry. Anime, welcome back to the Brisk Boys for 25 months. Hope you're doing good today, friend. What car is it? Toyota Camry. I thought I had said that. Maybe I said it badly. Maybe I spoke too fast. Or am I supposed to like be specific? I think it's like a 20... No, I said Toyota Camry many times, but it did take me 20 minutes to get there, yes. That's just, it's called filling space. I'm live for many, many hours. If I just answered every Twitch chat with an instant answer, where would we be? Where would we go? What would there be left? Nowhere. It'd be over. Also, I have like 2 checks left. This is so sad. Toyotas are slay. They're all right. So the only like hiccup with the car is that it has like a built-in, like it's got like a built-in screen thingy, right? As most newer-ish cars do. It's like a 20, I think I said like a 2017, 2018, 2016, one of those years. And it's got like a built-in nav thingy, but it is like just like broken. Apparently it's a thing with like specifically the Toyota Camry where the built-in nav thing just like breaks and you can't buy aftermarket. Like there's like a SD card type thing you put in there, and I guess the aftermarket one also breaks and they break differently, and it's just like, okay, I guess we just can't have navigations on the screen. And it's like literally the month or like the year after the current make and model of this car is the year that Android Auto became like default on all of these cars. So we do not have access to Android Auto. Very sad. But you know what? It gets us from point A to point B without like randomly, like our old car was doing this thing where like we would be parked or like, you know, at a red light and be stopped and it would just start accelerating like a little bit like on its own. It'll just kind of go and it scared the shit out of me that I was just going to randomly accelerate into the person I'm parked behind or like stopped behind at a red light. I agree that the built-in navs are so ass, but the built-in nav is nice compared to no nav, right? And we got garbage. Yeah. Like when compared to like just the audio basically. Built-in nav pretty good, but now it just says error with SD card reader. And it like just panics and explodes. It's very sad. Okay, 3 available checks. Isa's Helping Hand, Koro Bottle, and Sacred Grove. I think 2 of these are not... I don't think either of these are available. I think there's an adapter you can buy for 20 bucks. So I was just going to buy a different screen because the screen is also slightly broken. I was just going to buy one of those like mountable screens that just does it all and is like nice and easily visible. You know what I mean? Solve the problem. But, you know, one step at a time. And, yeah, you just give me a bunch of garbage. And then for a piece of heart. Got it. So that's that check. Sure, let's go do Isa, I guess. It's Koro Bottle. We have Isa and the owl statue check, but the owl statue check would require us to have an upgraded sword to get into the, because we only have the one Dominion rod. What's up, Mr. Astonish? Happy Twilight and Twink Tuesday. Is this a fresh run? Yes. Well, I mean, yeah, we're like an hour into it, but yeah. I try to make sure that every Tuesday is a fresh run. If I'm doing a rando not on Tuesday, it might not be a fresh run, but every Tuesday is a fresh rando of some sort. Oi! Oh wait, I got Zora armor. I forgot to mark that. Or did I forget? No, it just gets me 0 checks at the moment. Delightful. Good. I got a bug. We already saw that no bugs are required, so like that's not really a check. Yeah, the Tinkle mod is very solid. I literally saw it go live like last night. On God. I think it went live last night, and I found it while scrolling YouTube for reviews of the current deck I'm playing in Pokemon. Like Pokemon the card game, the current deck that I'm playing. I was trying to get like YouTube videos about how to play the deck post the rotation that's coming up in like a week or two. And I just happened to see Linkle mod now live for TP. Check out this cool video. And I was just like, oh, that looks cool. I'll download that and make a randomizer about that tomorrow, or with that tomorrow. Anyways, how the fuck do I play this deck? People are like not giving it very good ratings, / saying that it looks really bad in the next format, but also that it looks insane. Like, I feel like every other video is... Like, every video about it is, it's gonna be so good! And then the other videos are like, they don't even mention it. So I don't know, but it's the N deck, and I think N is hot, and I think his Pokemon are cool, and I like that N, if you've never played Pokemon TCG, you basically pick like 3 Pokemon total, and those are your 3 Pokemon, and then it's like 40 trainer cards. I like that the N deck utilizes a bunch of different Mon. It's cool. It's fun. It feels more like I'm playing Pokemon to a degree, also, and it's hot. So, you know, bonus there. And water bombs. Interesting. That's not good for us. One available check. What am I doing wrong? I'm gonna go here. It might be... I think I have an idea of what it might be. But we can't enter any dungeons right now. How does energy work in TCG? You can put 1 energy down a turn. Oh, I'm so silly. Oh, I'm so silly. I've kept having things saying that the thing I need is in Castletown. There is 1 check I can still get from Castletown. Oh my gosh, I'm such a goober. I'm such a goober. It's 1 in your 60 cards. Can you not warp to desert? No, I cannot. Also, desert is barren. I need postals. It's the postal check that I was ignoring till later, like on purpose. Yeah. That is technically a check in Hyrule Castle, or in Castletown. I'm so silly. But oh, what's this? That's 17. There's another Polek right outside. Oh, Lunar Soap. Can you do models? I'm pretty sure Box wanted to ask you to put Taito in this game. And that you would be willing to do that because you're a huge weeb. That's what I told him, but I don't know if you can do models or not. I believe in you. Unfortunately, I don't do models. No! We just need 1 more postal and then we're off. So there's 1 in the room, you know? Models and music are my limitations. Have you considered breaking your limitations? Going past your limits like a character in Dragon Ball Z? I think that's what they do in that show. I would have put Freerin in this game a long time ago if I could. Oh, based. Can we get some bass in the chat? I feel like Link's more of a Stark, though, you know? Head empty, rush forward, give that guy a big axe. Woo! Red coat, big axe, red hair. The possibilities. But Link has different outfits. I know in Oot, Link has different outfits, but the Miku mod for that game still just looks the same no matter what tunic you wear. But I do think that that's one of the biggest like downfalls of that mod, like or the biggest fumbles, maybe not downfall. The biggest fumble of that mod is that it doesn't have different outfits. And it's so funny because the boots have different outfits, just not the tunics. My point was that because the Miku outfit doesn't change, Stark's doesn't either. Like, Link could just not change outfits, right? Or is that not how it works? Does it have to be a different model? I guess it could just be the same model twice, right? Just like override the model. Castletown, Giovanni 20 pose. This has got to be something important. It's the Gale Boomerang. All right. That, by the way, gets us one more check, which is so funny. I'm going to figure it out and put you in the game. Sweet. What if 60 pose, though? Don't do that to me. I know you think you're funny. I know you think you're hot shit. Don't do that to me. I've gotten 60 pose enough times in my life. I'd play TP if it had SwiftIke. But would you watch SwiftIke if I was in TP? All right, so that's a sword. This is like 3 spheres. We're watching the spheres in real time. Because that was 20 pose sphere. So sphere 0 had boomerang, which got me the sphere 1 Orden sword. Or, you know, second, I guess sphere 0 had 2 swords, and then sphere 1 Orden sword, and now I'm at here to put my sword in the thing. To open up the thingy. yeah, very descriptive. The Orden sword is how I get to this check. It's spherical! You're goddamn right. And now we're gonna use this Dominion Rod for one more check. By the way, with this check, we're going to be down to 0 available checks, so I really hope that it's something. And it's the lantern, putting us up to 11 available checks. Nice little linear line there. Linear progression. In hindsight, I can appreciate that the scene was making fun of the GameCube for being gimmicky and a failure. It's so sad that the GameCube's a failure. Real TPR fans remember the old days where Lantern was misspelled? I'll be so fucking for real with you. I probably played during those times. I simply never noticed. Apparently, TheBoxGhost had to fix the description in one of my YouTube videos today because I misspelled something. I'm just like the most... You know that meme of like the guy doesn't even notice when his partner got a haircut? Like that is unfortunately me, but like she could have like lost an arm and I'd be like, huh? Did you get shorter? I just am so unaware at all times. If I was a Pokemon, my ability would be unaware. Babe, did you lose weight? Okay, I'm not an asshole, though. I wouldn't say that. Unless I was trying to congratulate her on her ability to lose weight. The GameCube is one of my favorite Nintendo consoles. It's one of my favorite... Okay, I don't really give a shit about it as a console because the Wii kind of mogs it in every way. But A lot of my favorite things about the Wii is that it can play GameCube games. But a lot of my favorite games are from the GameCube. But unfortunately, me thinking that the GameCube game library is sick nasty does not ultimately mean, nice Master Sword, that the console was not a failure. I don't like motion controls. There are plenty of Wii games that don't use motion controls. In fact, most of the best Wii games don't. I have had this conversation with one of my old roommates countless times that the only good game on the Wii that truly utilized the Wii's motion control feature is Wii Sports, the game that launched on the Wii for free. You simply could not find another game for the Wii that utilizes that stupid little wand better and more enjoyably than Wii fucking Sports. Like, yeah, waving it around in Twilight Princess was like, alright. But it's no Wii Sports. It's just, it's not. And the slingshot. Oh, Twilight Princess, you're no Wii Sports. My Gerald impression. Or whatever that guy's name is from Sonic the Hedgehog. Me laying upside down off the end of the couch, finding the perfect angle to throw a perfect game in Wii bowling. Dude. But, like, you have to understand, like, even if it has, like, its flaws, or it's insanely simple, or, like, you didn't even use the motion control aspect of that, it was still, like, peak, right? And, like, this shit was free with every single Wii purchase. I actually think the reason the Wii was as successful as it was that it came with Wii Sports. If it didn't come with Wii Sports, they would have sold significantly less consoles. Wii Sports is the greatest decision Nintendo has ever made, ever, in my humble opinion. But yes, it flopped because of sales. The GameCube's biggest mistake, believe it or not, can't run DVDs. That's it. That's it. If the GameCube had regular size discs and could run DVDs and be a media player, would have fucking crushed. Because the game library was solid. The fact that it was transportable-ish was, like, cool, but, like, irrelevant. Because the PlayStation 2 could play DVDs. It was a media player. Like, the difference there when asking your parents whether or not we can buy the new, like, thing, they're gonna buy the PlayStation. Because this was back when a Blu-ray player was like, or a DVD player was like a thing you bought for every single room in the house. I've heard stories of people saying that, like, their parents bought them a second PS2 because it was cheaper than a DVD player for, like, other rooms. Or, like, not necessarily cheaper, but, like, the same price as a DVD player, but then they could also be a PlayStation. Okay, OG Connect was really fun, actually. I really liked OG Connect. Similarly to, honestly, similarly to the Wii, and I'll say it, similarly to VR. Some of the best stuff is just, like, I think the best game I've played on VR was Beat Saber. And no VR game I've ever seen has looked more enjoyable than Beat Saber. And it's, like, one of the first VR games. Connect Adventure was pretty fun. I also liked the Connect dance game they had, like, on launch. I really enjoyed that. I played it a lot at my friend's house. I remember his mom and, like, sister and family, like, watching me dance and being like, holy shit, shake those hips. Girl, you got this. We were good friends. Like, unironically, we were good friends. She ended up being my dentist at one point, like, my friend's mom. And I would, like, talked to her a lot there. It was really funny that I ended up talking with my friend's mom more than her. That's just how it goes sometimes. Sometimes you grow up and realize you don't have a lot in common with someone, but like their parents are still sick. You still like spend a lot of time with them like in your childhood and you know them. And now you're also an adult, so you can just be like, what up? What's up, dog? VR makes me motion sick. Understandable. My biggest issue with VR is that this is the room I played VR in. And this room is not very large. And I was like smacking stuff at all times, and I just did not want to deal with that. So I like unset it all up. 'Cause I also had like the wired version. Gosh, I have like one check in a bunch of different areas. This is awful. Like literally, I have 3 checks left again. 3 checks left, and they're all miserable. Can't do VR, my head is too big. I'm sure you can buy custom straps to make that shit work. There's no way you can't. That's embarrassing though. Would you rather? No! I'm not like looking in your fucking Amazon order history to see that you bought custom straps for your big ass head. Yeah, you are? I don't think so. I think you just, you know, gotta, I thought we both looked at each other's Amazons. This is weird now. I mean, I think I've leaked some of the stuff I've done, like Amazon things, but I personally wouldn't care. I'm not really embarrassed about like anything. I have like a couple like minor things that I'm, ooh, shoes, somewhat embarrassed about, but not really. We finally found our iron boots. And now we don't have to check those other 2 spots. They're probably useless garbage. We actually just head to Goron Mines because we know that there's a lot of stuff in Goron Mines. I think the embarrassed to dance thing is like a weird mental thing though. Like I'm not actually embarrassed to dance, but when I go to dance, my body freezes up. But I think it's more of like a trauma-related thing. I think there's something like deeper involved here, you know? But I don't really know what the trauma might be. Look at them big ass shoes. Cruising along. Do I have a knot? Oh, she got a little dress for the Zora armor. That's cute. I'm not gonna put that on though as I'm entering the fire dungeon. I'm not stupid. Well, I have my limits. My stupidity knows some bounds. Very few, but some. Time to ram my head into some lava. Worm. All right, and arrows. Cool. I'm actually not sure what's faster here, but I imagine the faster thing is to not do that. That was I was gonna LJA across, but apparently not. I tried to like boots to fall, and I guess that just didn't work. I don't know. There we go. Editor, replace that blunder with a Windows spider. Fuck! It's still there. God. See, now you're making me feel like I actually do need to get a picture of the fucking Windows spider to have in the video. Stupid ass a Windows spider. Alright, well I can't open nags, I don't have a small key. A small key can be anywhere. Keep it out of the video, just make it the thumbnail completely unedited. Remember earlier when I talked about how, like, if I don't put Twilight Princess Randomizer in the title and, like, and in the thumbnail, the video flops? I think just if I posted a picture of just the Windows spider, I don't know, maybe that one secretly does really well. I don't know shit about the algorithm. Give it a sword? Yeah. And the Linkle hair. I don't think that's a good idea, for the record. Put it on the record. All right. I mentioned earlier that I had actual topics of conversation to talk about today for stream. I'm stealing it from someone else, but that's not really relevant. Most conversations are stolen from somewhere else, kind of, sort of, if you think about it. But I saw a video on something, I don't remember where. I watched lots of videos, lots of places. Someone was at like a con or like a Pokemon something rather, and they were asking everyone in the audience what their favorite Pokemon was. And then they would go to the next person and ask red flag or green flag if this is their favorite Pokemon. And I thought that was fucking hilarious. I don't have the small... Wait, why? Why isn't mine's... my Magoober? Am I missing something tragic? What's going on here? Is the other... Is the other thing turned on too? No. Oh, I suppose. Oh, is that door just unlocked? That door is just unlocked. That door that I thought would be locked, it's unlocked. Oh, wait. No. Because normally... I get here from up here. So I just have to go reverse a little bit. Okay. We're figuring it out. This is just weird, but we got it. What up, Uber? Yeah, we're just entering this room backwards, basically. Works for me. How goes Twilighting? Not too shabby. Whoop. Do you think Linkle clips easier because she has a slightly smaller model? Playing as the women to clip into walls easier? A competitive advantage? He's cheating again. Have I ever done custom models of TP before? A very long time ago. I've done it once. Oh! Thank you for the heart to piece. All right, what do we got? What do we got from you? Third bow. Okay, I need a small key, please, God. There we go. How does Linkle affect Ruby slides? In this essay. In this video essay, I will go over. I imagine it wouldn't, because even if model size is smaller, the way it like slides would be the same. Like the speed of the slide would be the same. So, meh. And from this chest, we have another Goron Mine small key. Like, finally, man. Yeah, I haven't done custom models in a while because I swear they used to, like, break some stuff with the rando. But they haven't been breaking anything today, so... Slash, they were usually, like, recolors, and the rando kind of just got recolor... like by default now. I was worried I wasn't gonna make it here in time. I love how crunchy the audio is in Goron Mines. I don't. I actually despise how crunchy the audio is here. What up, Absols? You missed it yesterday. I got totally crushed by a Mega Absol deck after you left. Where were you when I needed you most to throw the Absol game? Alrighty, let's finish up this here dungeon, eh? TCG is out of my realm of knowledge. I think it's crazy that Pokemon... I feel like Pokemon TCG looks more complicated than it is, because I also, like, avoided it for a long time. Pokemon TCG is, like, arguably the most accessible TCG on the market right now. Like, I've heard people say that Lorcana is harder to play than Pokemon TCG. Lorcana, the, like, Disney card game, which is insane to me. And Orange Rupee. I feel like it's not faster to go that way first. It's not that it's complicated, just so many cards and shit. I have no clue where to start. Fun fact, like 90% of the cards are useless garbage. I'm not even kidding. They're so bad. Something good and cool. Yeah, all right. Onwards. Whee! Piece of heart. And from you, we have, oh boy, shiny sword. Oh god, the spider. Pokemon's just really funny, and like, the way it does its cards is that they understand that I think more people play to be collectors than any, like more people buy Pokemon cards as collectors than as like players. So they put in like a few cards for the players so that they can have their little meta game and their card playing, and then they throw in, you know, Gengar and Charizard for the people who want their Gengar and Charizard pretty cards. And their pretty Cynthia card and their, you know, all the pretty cards. They show up later. Oh, I missed. Oh well. There's a strat there to one cycle. Woo, woo, woo. Woo, woo. I'm very interested to see what will come of TCG if the New York lawsuit goes through. I have a very hard time believing that a New York lawsuit will make a big difference on TCG. Because aren't they suing Valve for loot boxes? I didn't realize they were suing, like, card packs. Ugh. Yeah, I thought they were literally suing Valve for loot boxes because of Counter-Strike, like, unironically. Oh boy, our second green rupee. But TCG falls under the same concept? But would they be affected? my opinion remains that I feel like they don't win this. Simply because, like, I do think that gacha and blind boxes and gambling has gotten a little insane. I'm not gonna, like, try and fight that, because it's just kind of true. But we've always had some form of buying bags. I don't know. I think in a general sense, the way that most things need to go is the fact that like most things need to switch to like a actual nice to people pity system. Backslash. And from you, we have piece of heart. Thanks, guy. You're on my jacket. This jacket. The back has that guy on it. Backslash. And the CSGO skins being able to be used as currency at online casinos was the main thing. Yeah. Yeah, I got nothing here, honestly. But I like the way Dota does their stuff. I actually would be so down if, like, all gambling switched to that method. Once again, Ike's just talking about Dota again. The way Dota does their stuff is you buy a skin, right? You buy a box, and almost everything in the box... Almost everything in the box, you are guaranteed, like, after you get it, it grays out and you can't get a second one. Ball and chain! Nice, we actually really needed that. So if there are 13 skins in the box and you buy 13 boxes, you get all 13. And it's sick. There's usually like one or two like rare skins, and they are not guaranteed, but they also go down in like how rare they are every time you open up a box. So eventually they get pretty negligible. I really like it. I think it's a very fair and nice system. I feel like I am more willing to spend money too, because I'd rather be guaranteed a couple things than... I'd rather be guaranteed all 13 things if I buy it 13 times than if I buy it 5 times, I might get the thing I want, but I might get the same thing 5 times and be sad. And I also feel like the quality has not gone down. So... And there we go. That's like my least favorite thing about Counter-Strike skins, is that I feel like when you open a chest, the blue and purple skins are just like usually so ass, or they're for guns you just like don't use, and then you like need to get the rare skins to get an actually good one. Like I feel like the cheap skins in CS are so bad. Whereas the bad skins in Dota are still, like, usually pretty solid. They're just not usually, like, as glowy or whatever, you know? So then with the TCG, and this is why I like Pokemon specifically, rare cards are never playables. They're never required to be played, right? Because Pokemon TCG, the way they work is, so let's say Zorark, right? I play Zorark EX. The Zorark EX card that I play is like under $1. Because it is, you need 4 of them. And they're just like an uncommon in packs, right? Not even a rare, they are uncommon. there are like 5 variants of it that are significantly rarer and worth lots of different amounts of money. But they all are functionally the exact same card, and I can just play with the 50-cent one. And it's sweet. Most cards in the deck are like 10 cents. And we'll have like a $10 variant of like just fancier art. Let's put an end to this guy right through the armpit. Huzzah! There's one. It's mine, and we cleared the whole dungeon. Boop. And CS skins aren't required to play, just like rare cards not being required to play. The deeper you look, the closer the cases come to being in comparison to PCG. Well, the slight difference there is that the cards are required to play, but you usually can find them as singles. Cause like, yeah, we open cards. It's fun to rip packs. It's fun. Gambling, it's like one of the most harmless forms of gambling. Ripping a couple packs. I think one of the cards that we pulled at the pre-release was like $50. But yeah, gambling is everywhere. I hate it. My least favorite gambling take is honestly the fact, just like the way that it's been ingrained into sports. Like the fact that you just cannot watch any sport or esport without just being bombarded with like dirty gambling money ads. It's do not like. Can I enter any other dungeons right now? I don't believe I can. I think, yeah, because we have Arbiters and Snowpeak. I can't enter either of those. I have a lot of stuff, but I can't enter them. We gotta limit gambling ads like 2 months a year so we can have some peace in life. No gambling ads on Sunday. That's God's day. Although that would kill football. That would literally kill all of football, which is so funny. For real though, we need some. I think the idea of less. We need to have more laws on ads in general. Just there's some really aggressive ads. Probably just north here. Yeah. But then the gambling companies make less money. Have you no heart? Think of the children. But the children are gambling companies. Yeah, no, I'm not thinking of them actually. I don't care. I simply could care less. Couldn't care less? One of those. There's an amount of caring. I'm the one with less caring. So the bigger problem is actually the things that they sponsor would lose a lot of money. That's where the problem lies. Like, esports only exist at this point in time for 2 reasons. Saudi Arabia blood money, esports gambling. That's it. Those are the 2 things funding esports at this current, like, at this state. Like, it wouldn't exist otherwise. There's simply not enough money in esports. Tech companies have like stopped sponsoring things. Not entirely, but like it's not good. There's just not enough money in tech stuff. There's not enough money in gamer gear. Think about the people in debt from sports gambling. How else are they supposed to recover their losses? We can't ban gambling, SMH. They're just about to hit a big win. Come on. Have some heart. Isn't that because esports tried to go the way of IRL sports with like millions of dollars buy-in for franchises? That's some esports. Not all of them. I'm pretty sure that was like mostly Overwatch, actually. And a couple other spots, I think. The Zora outfit is cute. I'm a fan. Call of Duty does it as well. I think Call of Duty might be able to get away with it, but I don't know how big Call of Duty Esports is. I feel like that's just one game I've never paid attention to at all. The Zora outfit's like really cute. This is over here. We're down to 6 total checks once again. Counter-Strike. I was into. I didn't get into esports until Dota. Like that's when I learned about like, oh wait, you can just play these games like actual competitively, like for money and shit. And ooh, our second class shot, and that was through Dota, and then the Dota to Counter-Strike pipeline is like right there. So those were my main esports for a while. All right, double claw shot, which is like really good timing because we're about to go to the spot where we actually have a double claw shot check. Yeah, I was seeing Tekken complaining about stuff this morning. Fighting game esports have always been tough because I don't know. I don't know why there's no money in fighting games. There just isn't. I think the correct way to do esports is the way like Valve has been doing it, which is like they fund it themselves for the most part. Through like skin purchases, right? Just like I forgot that the wolf like cannot open up chests. These 2 chests in particular are like really weird angles. But like skin purchases being a direct contribution to the esports thing, like I think that's just the way to go. And then if there's no money in it, there's no money in it. And if there is, then there is. A bubble. I don't remember. Did I get the lantern check back here? I don't think I did. Yeah, I just got the other 2. I feel like fighting games could easily go that route too, but for some reason fighting games hate selling skins. Except for Tekken. Tekken kind of sells some skins. Butterfly! I want esports to thrive, because I've just been around the esports scene for so long, and I have a lot of friends in the esports scene, but like, it's so sad. It's so sad, the state of esports, and how it's just surviving off of gambling. Another bottle. Trying its best. Surviving is... Yeah, that's the right term. It's not living, it's surviving. Calm. I guess I did have Zora's domain as path to something at one point. So there's a double claw shot chest over here, and then there's 2 up here, but we're down to 3 checks. Fascinating. But anyways, if you're looking to get into a card game and you're not currently playing one, I think Pokemon is the most accessible card game by a mile. It's incredibly well regulated in the sense of like to run official tournaments, you have to like be affiliated with the Pokemon company, and they vet everything, and it's kind of cool. They give you a lot of prizes and free cards for playing. The easiest way to get new cards right now for Pokemon is to play the game at events. Go to your locals and you get cards. It's very cool. Hey, the memo. Finally, we have desert access. And the online game you cannot spend money on officially. It just gives you cards by just playing, which I think is really cool. And like there is no store in game to buy cards and packs. It's just you play, you get packs, and then you can technically buy, because if you buy an actual pack, it usually has like a little, or it will always have a little code in it. That code is for TCG Live. And most people who play Pokemon are collectors. Meaning that they don't use the card. And you can buy them in bulk at like pennies. Pennies for hundreds of codes. It's a little exaggerated. It's like 10 cents a code. And then each 10-cent code is like a 9-card pack in the game. So you can just get like hundreds of packs. And then if you get dupes of things beyond the 4, you get like an exchangeable currency, and then you can just get any card in game. I can build any deck I want right now. I can build a lot of decks because I just picked one set and got like a bunch of cards from that set. Meaning I got a ton of like leftover cards. Meaning that I just have like 50,000 currency to exchange for cards, and a new card is like 100 tickets. Isn't TCG Live like not that great? They have made a lot of improvements recently. When I got into TCG like last year, it was kind of ass, like insanely ass. It's gotten a lot better, like a lot better. Just like in every way too. Like they used to give you very little points for doing stuff, and now it's like super worth. They've made the ladder less grindy. They've added like a tutorial to teach you how to play, which is really cool. And I'm not saying quit Magic the Gathering and go play Pokemon. I was saying like if you don't play a card game, or if you're like interested in the Pokemon card game, like check it out. Just, you know, just giving you a little push. It's fun. It has a very thriving local scene. It's a top tier deck is $30. Unironically, a top tier, like one of the best decks in the game is $30. Like, and the scene might be horribly on fire for buying cards as a collector. Oh, that was cute. I hadn't heard that sound before. Yeah, collecting Pokemon cards, terrible ass. Playing the game, pretty solid. Singles are usually just like, because everyone's buying shit, right? You can get singles that are decent price, usually. I have a friend who never shuts up about Magic, and for that reason I refuse to play. Yeah, I refuse to play because I have a functioning nose, and every time I'm at a Magic event, it is unfortunately very upset. For legal reasons, this is a joke. I'm making this joke while I like desperately need to shave too, so please don't come after me, Magic the Gathering players. The only time I've ever been at a gaming thing and thought to myself, holy shit, these people need to shower. Fighting game events. Magic the Gathering events. Okay, wrestling events is like so unfair. It's like literally get sweaty the sport. Come on now. I'm talking about card games and people sitting there like at tables playing video. Like, come on. Okay, but the fans should not stink. Fair. Unless the fans are like wrestlers. I don't know. They're just trying to blend in. I feel like it's smelling like sweat at a wrestling event is just like, that's how I expect it to smell. I don't know. You're probably right. Yu-Gi-Oh tournament? Whew. I'll take your word for it. I don't think I've ever been in the vicinity of a Yu-Gi-Oh tournament, and it's probably for my own health that I keep it that way. I'm just shitting on the smelliness of card game players. What happened to being an inclusive community, SwiftIke? What the fuck? I'm kidding. Well, not that I'm an inclusive community, but that I'm making fun of people who smell. You all, if you actually play these events, you can attest to this. I'm sure. Just, I don't know. There are smelly people in communities. That's just how it is. I don't know. I'm sorry. TCG tournaments that immediately are followed by a candle convention. Now that's just smart business on the like event hall, right? To make sure to put those two like together like that. They don't have to deal with the smell on their own. Just like the candle people come in, problem solved. What's really funny is every Magic player I know is like really clean, and every fighting game player I know is like really clean. But then I go to these events and they're just like, woo-wee. Although I don't go to Magic events, I go to like card shops, and they happen to be having a Magic event, and I am just forced to smell. The smellometer is like off the charts. And I went to Magic events like when I was in high school. I went to a couple. Well, that's self-explanatory, because the smell prevents you from making new friends. See, because the normal people aren't gross, but the people who attend those events frequently are typically not the best smelling. But, like, there are normal people who attend the events frequently. Those are just usually the ones I become friends with. I don't know if it's a small minority, especially with these communities. Now, I feel like I'm being a little, there's a word for it. Especially now that there are a lot more women in the scene. Not to say that women have to smell better than men, but they usually do. They usually do. So with the rise of there being more women, like the Pokemon TCG event we went to over the weekend, there was a solid like maybe 60-40. I'd have to ask Rebecca. I felt like there was a really good 60% male, 40% female split at our Pokemon tournament that we went to. But also, I haven't really been to a Pokemon event where I thought it was smelly. But that could just be where I go. Maybe just, you know, in the city, there's just some less smellers. Maybe I'm lucky. Maybe I'm picking the right venues. I don't know. Oh, wrong way. This way. Yeah. Don't touch me. No touchy. I'll stab you. All I'm trying to say is you can get into Pokemon TCG right now for basically free. Play it on your phone and on desktop. And I play, and it's fun. That's all. That's all. The cards are cute. I think Pokemon art currently mogs like every other card game's art. Can't sting through the phone. This is true. Smell as bad as you need to. Which hopefully is not much. Okay, actually, yeah, you can smell as bad as you need to if you're playing at home in your own. I'll admit there have been some times while I'm streaming and I'm like, damn, I'm a bit of a smelly gamer right now, and I usually shower frequently, like, you know, pretty shortly after I end stream, but I was actually supposed to shower before this stream, but I was running out of time. You heard the story at the start of stream where I'm like, oh yeah, I set up this randomizer at 10 o'clock for my stream that started at 10:30. With a mod that I heard about last night. What a shit. So prepared. That's my streamer. Oh, wait. No, I don't. But I don't go outside very frequently. I'll be so for real. Except for like to walk the dog. I do walk the dog. As a bigger person, I am so aware of sense because of stereotypes. That's so fair. I'm afraid of how I smell almost entirely because I'm like a gamer, right? Like I'm going to these gaming events. If I smell bad, like, oh no. It's me. It's me they're making the memes about. Oh my gosh. How is he so ass? I can't get back up either. Oh, wait. Oh, we're fine. I just assumed you smell bad. You'd be wrong. I had analog glitch there, which is a thing in Twilight Princess where your analog is not going the way that you were pressing. And I just walked right off. I met Ike. He was unscented. That's... Yeah, I would say I either smell good or don't. I keep that shit neutral. Don't you have custom stick boxes? Yeah, but that doesn't affect the way the gain. Like that. This is a Twilight Princess thing, not a controller thing. And all my custom stick box is like I got some lubricant up in this shit. Oh wait, no, I do have a couple of extra mods. I have a thing that makes it so it doesn't register like snapback super well. I have a snapback thingy in there. And the spring is heavier so that I can more easily do precise inputs. But honestly, the spring's worn down because I play too much. So it doesn't, my joystick spring feels really light. Yeah, my stick's heavy and lubricated. And this is why I wanted to do the souls last, because I don't like double up, because now I'm getting these 4 souls already, which I already had. Yeah. Because you have to get them to open the door, right? I think I can just skedaddle, right? Yeah. Skedaddle. So anyways, I brought up this conversation a little bit ago. What Pokemon do you think that if someone said it was their favorite would be like a clear red flag for you? Like... Sylveon? Oh, shut up. Something good. Vaporeon, Lopunny, Sylveon, Vaporeon. Okay, Vaporeon, that's real. It's like a little unfortunate because Vaporeon's just like... It used to just be a little fella. It used... I used to like Vaporeon. It had a really funny, like, competitive usage. And it was like, for a while... Like, I think in singles... It was like one of the better rain Pokemon. I like all the evolutions, but my favorite is Sylveon for sure. I feel like Lopunny. I like Lopunny too. It's not my favorite though. I think if your favorites are like, I think if it's one of the list, it's okay. But if your favorites are like Gardevoir, Vaporeon, Lopunny, like if it's like the whole selection of the R34 cast, you're in some deep shit. I got my eye on you. Isn't there like a thing I can claw shot to just get out of here? I feel like only real ones like Incineroar, actually. I think liking Incineroar is like a massive green flag for me. No, I think Lucario is they're just a gay furry, which is like whatever. Hey, the fishing rod. I needed that. I actually need 2 of those. You don't see the Incin content? I promise you I do. Liking Incin's a red flag, but it's, I don't know, it's so funny. I think Incin's like secretly the GOAT. I don't even like running Incin, but I think Incin's the GOAT. I don't know. Lucario, is there a gay furry? Incin, is there a gay furry and a bottom? Damn, we're getting specific now. Okay, another rupee. Messed up my brake slide. Oop, I'm gonna drown in the sand. Oh no, we're fine. There's our second Dominion rod. Delightful. A better red flag, green flag question is favorite movie? The Room? Oh, God. Ditto is a red flag? No, I kind of agree with that one, actually. Not necessarily because it's made to breed, but because if Ditto's your favorite mon, you probably have, like imagine trying to go to dinner, right? And their favorite Pokemon is Ditto. Like, I bet you they can't make a decision to save their life. Ditto is the, like, I couldn't pick one, so I picked all of them, right? My favorite Pokemon is all of them. Yeah, okay. I do agree Pokobia helped the Ditto case. Okay, but for real, Braviary is my #1 red flag. You like the Americamon? Nah, son. The how funny would it be if they released a regional variant of Braviary and made it ice type? You know Braviary is already the regional variant for like America, right? Like it's already in the America game. Black and White was supposed to be in like New York. Yeah, and then we got Hisuian and they made it psychic type. The unfortunate thing is that Ditto is also just like a cute Pokemon, and whenever like they have like a unique line of Ditto merch that's just like regular Pokemon with like a little Ditto face. I think it's a red flag still, but like you could convince me that you're still an okay person. But like at like a base level, it's a red flag. There's more red than green. Maybe a little bit of beige stuff. My favorite Pokemon as a kid was Squirtle. My favorite Pokemon didn't change until like it went from Squirtle to like Sylveon, if I'm being so for real. Maybe Turtwig. Absol's a red flag Pokemon. I can't lie, I am the problem. I feel like Absol's a red flag the same way. Okay. I think Luxray is a red flag Pokemon. If you say, but I wish it was dark type. That's the red flag for me. If you say Luxray is your favorite Pokemon, I go, oh man, what do you feel? How do you feel about the typing? And you go, oh, I wish it was Electric Darp. Boom, red flag. By itself, you just like Luxray? Yeah, Luxray's cute. I'm not gonna make it. Wailord? I think that's a beige flag. I would say Wailord's beige. If your favorite Pokemon is Landorus, red. Red. As red as they get. And if you get specific and say Landorus Therian, don't talk to me. I don't want to... I'm washing my hands after I fist bump you for the GG. Like... Gengar's a beige flag. I think Gengar has a lot of negative, but it also has a lot of positive in it being kind of just a Ballermon. And it's been baller for generations. It has like a gajillion cool card arts. Like, what up, Willow? I'm pretty good. I got the first cycle. Yippee! And slash. Do you think they hired like a voice actress to? Yeah. Or do you think they there was like files in like? Do you think they took files from like Linkle in the other game? Huh? I could see it going either way. I didn't check the credits on that though. I probably should have. Nah, they're too unique to be pitched up. Jinx? Jinx is a red flag, yeah, actually. Mr. Mime? Oh my god. If your favorite Pokemon is Mr. Mime, like, I'm actually afraid to be within the same building as you. Unironically fearing for my life, just a little bit. Gosh, there are not very many checks left. What's the biggest green flag Pokemon? Unironically, probably like Bulbasaur. Bulbasaur is like actually an insane green flag. Miltank is a pretty big red flag. I'm not gonna lie. Not the biggest red flag, but it's up there. I honestly feel like a lot of Pokemon are green flags. Lunala, I think Lunala is a green flag. Like, I feel like so many Mon are just like... This to me says that you know about the game, right? Like you're right? Like you like the game, you've played it, you've gotten through it, you've picked. Oh wow, I just like nailed the spot I needed to go. That was sweet. Good shit, me. That's our go mode check, unironically. So Charmander, I think is a green flag. Charizard, a red flag. Alolan probably green flag, honestly. Do they play competitive? Competitive, red flag. Red flag, red flag, red. Setting off alarms in my head. They are disgusting people. And cannot be trusted. Oop. Charizard's just like... I feel like Charizard's a red flag because it's too popular. Like, to me, liking Charizard is like... It says you like Pokemon, but not... enough to play the games to figure out that there are other Pokemon that aren't Charizard. But I feel bad saying that because I think that Pikachu is a beige flag. I like Charizard because the card is valuable. Oh yeah, that's a massive red flag. But it's unfortunate because Charizard is kind of cool, right? I just think there are other cooler mon that have like very similar designs. Charizard is Gengar for people. It's very similar to Gengar, but Gengar's baller enough to like pass the scale, and Charizard's just not. Also, Charizard pisses me off because it gets like Nintendo fan treatment. I hate that there are multiple Charizards, but not multiple Blastoise, and like Charizard has like a special card. It has a special like Terra card. It got Charizard Mega X and Mega Y. Like, fuck off, man. You are part of a trio and you just got all of the treatment. As a Blastoise and Venusaur enjoyer, I feel like I'm personally being robbed and attacked. And it's just not fair. It's not fair. And so fuck Charizard. Chonky-Choo's a green. Yeah, so Pikachu's just kind of cute. And like, I don't know. I used to be like, you like Pikachu? You probably don't even play Pokemon. But like, he's a cute little guy. So that's why it's beige. Your favorite Pokemon is Pikachu. Like, to me, is like, you either know just enough about Pokemon to be able to say your favorite Pokemon is Pikachu, or you just think Pikachu's cute. Like, go off, right? What if it's Pichu? Green flag. I actually think Pichu and Raichu are both green flags. But specifically, Pikachu is a beige. Pikachu is green if you're a parent. And it means you cared enough to learn about, you know, the bare minimum of a thing that your child might be interested in. Sure, yeah. I think my sister knows about Pikachu exclusively. Okay, but then there was that dude who, for the 30th anniversary or whatever, the guy in the football ad, who said their favorite Pokemon is, Zygarde. God, it was like Zygarde Absolution or some shit. Green or red flag? Personally, massive green flag. Brother knows ball. Like, I don't know. It's just this big ass, like, Power Ranger as Pokemon. I don't know. It was like specifically Zygarde, but like one of the forms, and it was like the complete form. Shit was so funny. Yeah, but still, if your favorite Pokemon is one of the Zygarde forms specifically, like, I'm not... I don't know. The only bad thing about Zygarde Dog to me is that in the Pokemon game, they like gave it a weird glowing butthole. Like it butthole like flashes at you and it's really strange. It makes me uncomfortable. Hey, a small key. That's nice. We needed that. I also think it's funny if your favorite Pokemon is Ralts, or Kirlia or Gallade. All of those green flags. In my opinion, green flags. And then Gardevoir, red flag. Like, the fact that it's just like... It, like, very quickly the scale turns. I think if your favorite Pokemon is Mega Glalie, I think that's a red flag. Not sure why. Snowpeak Ruins, Northeast Chandelier Chest is a small key. Okay, I don't need that. What if it's specifically male Gardevoir? No. Entire Ralts line, we'll let that slide. And it sucks. Gardevoir is cool, but if you say it's your favorite Mon, it's a red flag. Because the idea of red flag, green flag, and like beige flag is that you don't get other information, right? It's if someone walks up to you and says, my favorite Pokemon is this, what kind of like alarm is that setting off in your head? And if the alarm is no alarm, that's probably a beige flag. If the alarm is, okay, this guy knows ball, this guy has like deep knowledge in something that I have personal interest in, that's probably a green flag, right? And then the, other red flags are just like, you have to have interest, you have to have like knowledge to have this as your favorite, and I don't know enough about you to know whether or not the knowledge like you got here for the right reasons, right? Slash, I know why you ended up on here. I'm fairly confident I know why you ended up on this as your favorite, and I do not trust you. I have a little Cokeman. I have no idea when Gale XD is being added. Is Flygon a green? Flygon's a green flag. Yeah. Alolan Vulpix, green flag. Regular Vulpix, also probably green flag, honestly. It means you played, right? Like, honestly, I feel like a majority of Pokemon are green flags. That's like the crazy thing. The red flag list is pretty small. So I'm a green flag. Your favorite Pokemon choice definitely is. Like if I knew nothing about you, right? And you just popped up into chat and said, my favorite Pokemon is Flygon. I'd be like, all right, nice. What up, Frostlass? That's a green flag. Drifloon, red flag. Red flag. Your favorite Pokemon is the one that like kidnaps the souls of children? I don't trust you right now. Sorry. That could be a fun video. Is Houndoom beige? I would say Houndoom is... That's a tough one. Wait, I went the wrong way. All ghosts have a fucked up lore. Yeah, but some of them have fucked up lore that's like, you gotta really dig deep. Drifloon, the thing you know about Drifloon is that it has that fucked up lore. I'm not doing a tier list, but I can go through the decks and red flag, green flag, beige flag. So many are green and a lot are beige. Like, honestly, Houndoom is giving... Because the concept of beige flag is that nothing's supposed to be popping off in my head. Like, you like fire dog. Like, congrats. Okay, I don't really care. Yeah, it's not setting off anything to me. It's not like, oh, this mon has like a specific thing about it that makes it uniquely, like a little bit, like it's not like Arcanine. I think Arcanine is leaning more red flaggy to me. Because it's just like, oh, you like the dog Pokemon. Like, okay, it's like the dog Pokemon. But also, it's cute, right? Like, I have no issues here. Ow. 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 I really only watch the Pokemon anime. If your favorite Pokemon is Servine from the Pokemon anime clip, like, honestly, that's like a triple green flag. Servine. We know the ultimate red flag is the Slurtle. That's so funny because it's so not, man. Because the Rakdos is cute. It's used competitively. It has a bunch of different forms. It's cute. It's iconic in the show. Honestly, it'd be a green flag for me. If you said your favorite Pokemon is Terrapagos, green flag. Despite the fact that it says slurs, green flag. My kid's favorite Pokemon all show that she's a real Pokemon fan. Torkoal, Cascoon, Budew, Hippopotas. She loves the unloved. Mr. Mime even. Mr. Mime can be on the list. It just can't be your favorite. If you're cute, slurs are a green flag for you. Okay, the little rainbow tortoise can say a little bit of a slur. Just let it rock, all right? Alolan Executor's a green flag? It's like literally a green flag, so yeah. That's adorable. I think Jinx needs a form variant that like makes the Pokemon less problematic. No, they already made it purple. But it's like based off of a thing. Like it has lore, like what Jinx is. Like, it's not that bad in the lore, if I remember correctly. I think Mr. Rhyme's actually a baller. I'm not gonna lie. Mr. Rhyme, Mr. Mime, red flag. Mr. Rhyme, green flag. Mr. Lime. How about Bruxish? That's a really, really tough one, actually. There we go. How do we feel about Melodic? Melodic's a green flag. Yeah, Melodic's a green flag. Gyarados, however, could go either way. I think Gyarados is beige. I kind of want to say Bruxish is green flag, just because like it's so, you gotta really like go through the trenches of Pokemon to find that thing and know that it exists. And if you're making it your favorite, it's gotta be just like a, you know, I love the ugly fish. Someone's gotta love the ugly duckling, you know? Boomerang jump allowed in the tourney settings for rando? Yes. Maractus, green flag. Molotov is a green flag. Okay, Jason. Jason Mendoza from, A good place. Every problem is solved somewhat with a Molotov cocktail. Or at least drastically changed. It's allowed, sorry. I didn't enunciate properly. I have not been marking off my stuff. I'm sorry. Bruxish is a red flag because out of every mon available, you think that's your favorite. Something is wrong with your brain. I think that's something totally fine with your brain to love a Pokemon that is so incredibly unloved. Because it's not loved in like a weird way. You're truly just loving the ugly duckling. There's nothing wrong with that. It's a little bit of like I can fix them energy. It's like loving Bruxish is like same vibes as loving Neelix. Have you guys looked at Neelix's face? Like closely, bro's got like this horrible underbite, and he's got these big bulbous eyes that look like they're popping out of his head. And we love the little guy. He's a little fugly. I don't know. I think Bruxish is, if anything, a beige flag. No, it's either red or green, but I'm leaning green. Thank you for the 62-month sub, Liz. Welcome back to the Risk Boys. Oh, she knows how I feel about the dog. Don't you worry. Why the fish got big-ass red lips? Because it's trying to look pretty. I don't know. Ike, what's your opinion on Absol? I'd say red flag, but I'm biased. I feel like Absol is in the same spot as Charizard or Gengar even, where it's just like, I don't know, like where it's like a little bit overliked, but like it's also not like super in your face like a lot of the other overliked ones are. So I think Absol's fine. I would say beige personally. Like, you're telling me you like Absol? I'm not like... Really? Absol? I think Pansage, Searpore are green flags, but Simbasage, Searpore are absolutely red flags. Ooh, this might be the toughest one so far. I fucking hate those ugly-ass monkeys, but... I've been seeing them in like the anime and shit. Like they have them in in Pokemon Concierge, and oh man, they're kind of changing me a little bit. Like I think my stance has changed. I don't even know what I said that gave you ammunition. I was just talking. I think they're fine. I'm gonna say liking the upper ones is beige, liking the smaller ones is green. That's my current stance. There's really not very many mon that I say are red flags. Buzzwole? I want to say that's a red flag because what the fuck is Buzzwole? Honestly, Pheromosa is a way bigger red flag for me. But also, I feel like Pheromosa is kind of loved by like the drag community because she's like hella slay. So it's kind of rough. But Buzzwole is absolutely green. Pussy Duck? Pussy Duck's green. Pussy Duck green, Golduck beige. Yeah, I agree with that. Golduck meat leans more red to me. If you call it Pussy Duck, however, I say red. So actually, I was gonna say if you call it Pussy Duck, like Omega Green. Because you're only calling it that. Did I forget this again? Why do I keep forgetting how to do this? Because, like, to me, that says you watched the funny video that I watched. Because it was like a small child called it that, right? because like that's just how they thought it was pronounced, and it's, I don't know, it's peak. The Instagram reel video is like, my kid came up to me and was asking me about Pussy Duck, the Pokemon, and I was like shocked and in awe about there's no Pokemon named Pussy Duck, and then they were like, no, look right there, Pussy Duck. And I'm just like, you know what? Yeah, nope, this checks out. 10 out of 10. I'm calling it that the rest of time. Hooked on phonics, that's right. Oh. Okay, but unironically, Umbreon's a bit of a red flag for me. Because to me, Umbreon says, you pay attention, perhaps, to the Pokemon TCG stock market. I refuse to believe that people, that there aren't a lot of people who love Umbreon just because of the, like, fact that Moonbreon is like a multi-$1,000 card. Because there are way better Pokemon cards. I like Umbreon Shiny too, but it's like, I don't know, it's not. I just get a little suspicious with Umbreon lovers, because like, other Mon are right there. Like, it's literally just Black Fox thing. Do we think the shiny versions of certain Pokemon change what flag they are? Yes, if you tell me your favorite Pokemon is specifically shiny, like, Espeon. Nope. Shiny Espeon's your favorite? Red flag. Regular Espeon? Green flag? Maybe beige. Shiny Gengar puts you at a higher green flag. Higher green flag. Wait, that's not what I want. I want just you. I don't remember the last time I got hit by that, but it was kind of funny. I thought I heard the throw sound effect. Ow. Shiny Espeon is just Glorpy? I don't know. All evolutions are beige flags is crazy, because like, no, that's crazy, dog. That's insane, actually. There are so many of them. And they all have like fairly unique. Shiny Mega Gengar. Oh yeah, you prefer it when they're white? I'm just kidding. Shiny Zubat is fine, but like it doesn't look that different. Shiny Crobat, huge green. Huge green. Shiny Crobat's like actually like top tier, man. Also, I watched, I read a thing about like how shiny Gengar hate is so forced. Just because it barely looks any different does not mean that it doesn't look cool. It is a slightly different shade of purple that if you don't try to compare it to the original one, it looks really fucking sick. And I looked at that and I went, huh, I actually kind of agree with this. It might not be that different, but it is a good shiny. I feel like if it's any starter that is actually, if your favorite is any starter, I think that's a like either green or beige. I feel like I messed up really bad here. Oh well. I'm distracted by putting flags on Pokemon. Mudkip Red? Yeah, there was that "so you like Mudkip, huh?" meme, right? That like some people did, and it was like kind of eh, but I think Mudkip's adorable, so it slays. So I heard you like Mudkip, or whatever. Oh my gosh. Why does it keep doing that? This was like a 4chan meme in like 2010. Yeah, come on. I say Absol is like beige. Like I don't know. I think Absol is like unique enough. I feel like most megas got way better shinies. I think the only mega that got like a worse shiny might be, I don't know. Because Mawwiles is really good. It gets like a nicer pink. Garchomp also gets like a nice pink. That was terrible. I did that so wrong. I needed to gallop like way earlier. Okay. Mega Lopunny favorite, or Lopunny favorite is a red flag. Is Mega Lopunny also a red flag? And is it more or less of a red flag than regular Lopunny? More, I think. Fuck. Shit, they're after me. Oh God. It's not my favorite, but I do like Lopunny and I like Mega Lopunny. I think they're fun. Whoop, my bad. I think the worst design starter is either Chikorita or Sobble. You are so wrong. You're so wrong and it hurts me. As a Chikorita enjoyer. Alright. Linkle, it's time for you. Oh, I had Great Fairy's Tears? Why didn't I use those? Yeah! And stab! That is the rando concluding. But I'm curious what Linkle walking up to Midna looks like. So we're gonna let it run a little bit. We'll keep this conversation going. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed us talking about a bunch of random nonsense. And also the randomizer was here with the Linkle skin. Chikorita is just a green blob with a leaf, man. Like, come on. Chill. It does like that cool like head bob thing where it razor leaves. It's cute. Brother didn't even watch the anime as a kid. No whimsy, no joy. For real. I feel like hating on Chikorita. I feel like hating on Chikorita is so forced. Chikorita haters are just like, you're bandwagoning. You're bandwagoning, in my opinion. Real based hating on Chikorita, red flag. Liking Chikorita, green flag. It's just a fucking leaf. Geodude's just a rock, bro. Like, it's not always, you know, it's not that deep. I think a design is dumb too. Well, I think you're dumb. Execute's just eggs. It's actually like multiple eggs. It's weird. Oh my God, it's happening. We're gonna get Linkle X Midna. This is what I've been waiting for. Thank you, God, for putting Yuri on this earth. Bless. Love wins. She's got the strength to make it work, even with them big ass heavy boots. Liking adult, like full-grown Midna, green flag. Inf Midna, beige flag. Little leaning on red flag. You find her hot, red flag. Find her cute, green flag. Little Midna? I'm just saying this because a lot of people are really thirsty for Imp Midna. Imp Midna is like literally the body of a toddler. Like, let's not. Let's be so for real. But also, I'm trying to stir shit up. Adult Midna is absolutely hot. Stunning stuff. That's gonna conclude the randomizer. YouTube, thank you for watching. Like and subscribe. Give me your flags. I want to hear your green, red, and beige flag Pokemon in the comments. Let me hear about it. See you next Tuesday.